Wargamers, today I want to talk about the Tyranid Prime in the new Tyranids Codex. Before I do though, I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe, and that way you don't miss any of my upcoming unit reviews, battle reports, or other 40k videos. Alright, so let's get into it. The Tyranid Prime is basically a better version of a Tyranid Warrior. He has movement 6, 2 up weapon skill, 3 up ballistic skill, strength and toughness 5, 6 wounds, 4 attacks, a 10 leadership, and a 3 up save. He comes stock with Shadow and the Warp and Synapse special rolls, and is equipped with a pair of Scything Talons and a Devourer. Now you can switch the Scything Talons out for a different set of melee weapons, and you can switch the Devourer out for either melee weapons or basic ranged weapons. My recommendation there would be switch the Scything Talons out for Bone Swords. That's going to give you some really nice AP damage, as well as giving you an additional attack. And the Devourer should be switched out for a Death Spitter, again bringing him more for the AP value than anything else. You have a lot of different options for bringing out massed fire, lots of little shots, right? You can just bring a bunch of Termagants if you're looking for a bunch of just no AP shots. That's the way to go if that's how you want to play. But if you're looking for something to actually be more, pointed, something with a little bit more oomph to it, the Tyranid Prime needs to be bringing AP weapons, and so that's why I recommend Bone Swords and Death Spitters. He has the option of taking Flesh Hooks. You can if you want. They're not necessarily going to make or break him. The more important choice here, I think, is whether you bring Toxin Sacs and or Adrenal Glands. With the loadout that I recommended, Adrenal Glands really aren't necessary, and neither are Toxin Sacs, although Toxin Sacs seem like they might be a little bit better, a little bit less optional given that loadout, just because you want to have kind of those exploding attacks, or exploding wounds on 6s. So Toxin Sacs can work out really nicely with him if you have the points. Yes, he has the Alpha Warrior special rule, and this is really the main reason why you would ever bring a Tyranid Prime. It adds 1 to the hit rolls for Tyranid Warriors within 6 inches. And so if you're bringing Tyranid Warriors, definitely bring a Tyranid Prime, because he's going to make them that much better. But if you're not bringing Warriors, I don't think the Tyranid Prime really is going to be your guy. The reason for that is that he is kind of in this weird middle zone of being not super offensive. He's super offensive, super aggressive, however you want to phrase that. But he's not going to be doing as much damage as, say, a Hive Tyrant or the Swarm Lord, anything like that. He's not going to be that. He's not that guy. And he's also not the budget guy either. He's not the cheapest choice. That's the Neurothrope. If you're looking for a cheap HQ choice, throw in a Neurothrope. That's the way to go. The Tyranid Prime, therefore, is in this weird, awkward, middle zone. And for that reason, I don't think you're going to see him in lists aside from those that are warrior-centric. Unfortunately, I don't think warrior-centric lists are that appealing either, given their entry in the Codex. So really, I think the Tyranid Prime loses out amongst all the other HQ choices. But again, if you are bringing warriors, he's your guy. So work him in there if that's what you're trying to do. He's also a good source of Synapse, but like I said, you can do that with the Neurothrope too. So yeah. In terms of which Hive Fleet he's going to work best in, he's really not, again, oriented in any particular way. He's going to work out fine in any Hive Fleet. He's going to do well in Kronos. He's going to do well in Kraken and Behemoth, in Jormungandr and Leviathan. You name it, he's going to be fine. And so, yeah, there's not really much to say about that. He will work into any of those armies equally well. He's kind of like a, he's just a generalist HQ choice, and that's fine. But overall, again, if you're looking for something that's really going to be doing some damage, go with a more aggressive HQ choice. If you're looking for something more efficient, something just to get the Synapse out, go with the Neurothrope. So that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're bringing Tyranid Primes and they're the best thing ever, love to hear about it. If you're bringing them and they just don't work for you, also it would be good to know. So thanks for watching, and of course, happy wargaming. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank all my patrons over on Patreon. Your support really makes a difference for me, and I really appreciate it. Special thanks goes out to NoExcusesPanda, Paul Leuders, TauOswell, Andy Young, Peter Benjamin Parker, Deverson, and Giovanni DiMaggio. You guys rock, thank you. If you liked this video particularly well, head on over to Patreon and consider joining our community over there. Thanks as always, and happy wargaming.